This is the Block Party of Minecraft podcast, episode 146. We're your hosts, Bearded Sloth.
And Little C.
Get all our info at theblockpartymc.com.
Now let's get the block party started.
It is a party, Little C. I'm here. I've been partying all week long.
You had a nap.
I did just have a nap,
energy.
so I am way hyped up, ready to go. That is why we're recording the live show. If you were waiting for the live show today, and you kind of were disappointed earlier, it's because BS was napping.
I didn't take a nap.
You didn't. You should. They're refreshing. Look how much energy I have today, Little
You
C.
had that before your nap.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's been great. I'm excited.
You're a toddler.
I'm excited to talk about Minecraft.
Woo.
I think some of our listeners are excited about Minecraft too. First comment of the week comes from John Derry 270. Since I haven't been playing the latest version for over 3 years, what are some good combinations of building blocks together? I personally am a great builder. I absolutely suck at all of the exploring and stuff like that. I've never been to the end in survival before even. I usually will just adventure to get the things that I need to build my buildings with. That's what I have been doing in my world that I started in MC 1.10.2. Yes, I have been playing a long time in the same world. Some stuff is from when I was like 7 or 9 years old. I am currently creating a sequel-ish Minecraft animation for Songs of War by Squared Media. Highly recommend you to watch it, by the way. It's supposed to be about 2 hours long, and I have to build a lot in the end, nether, and some in the midnight dimension using the midnight mod. This is a long-term project for the world as I am building in. I am forced to stay in Minecraft 1.20.1 only, so I would need some tips for building blocks added in that update and earlier.
Have there really been any good building blocks added past that point in the game that
Yeah.
I ever use?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Personally,
because 1.20...
Like bamboo, wood, and those stuff, but
yeah,
I
we're
don't really
in
use that.
1.20 right now, right?
No, we're in 1.21.
We are in 1.21.
Are we? I don't know.
Oh,
How
man,
do we not know
you
what
think we
update it
should
is?
know this. Yeah, we're still in 1.20. So that is the current actual release. Now, there are betas and previews out there, and the pre-releases. 1.21 is yet to come, and we have exciting news later in the show about that, too. So I'm really excited to talk about that. But that's awesome. You've been playing in the same world for so long, John Derry. That's a long time to play in a single world. That's something you kind of regret, right, Little C, that you haven't had a world that you've just played in since you were a kid kind of thing?
Because I think that's the better way to play Minecraft. It's just one world forever.
Yeah, I kind of think of, I don't know, IBX Toy Cat, where he's playing the same world all these years from Xbox 360 days. That is cool. There is something about that. But I also like the freshness of brand new starts, too. They can be fun also. That's something in Jericho SMP. We are thinking this season is going to last much longer than the other seasons. That was the original plan when we started this season. Are you still thinking that way, Little C?
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to finish my projects in a year, let alone 10. So considering the project would probably take a week to actually finish, but it'll take me about 10 years to finish it because I just never work on it.
So I do think he's saying here that he's been playing in this world since like 1.10.2 for a long time.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of blocks since then that's been added that he needs to go back and update some things in his world that he originally
Well, I mean, if
built
you've played it since that time, you kind of do that as you go.
What are some of your newest blocks, Little C, that you really enjoy or are glad they added?
I don't know. Going back to like 1.16, the Nether update, we got Blackstone.
Yeah, that was huge. And you got good color gradients.
I'm not
with
really
those
thinking
and stuff,
of, like, there's some cool things in like 1.19 or whatever the Caves and Cliffs stuff, but really, it's not, like, Deep Slate's okay, I guess. I don't use it. I still just use stone and spruce.
Yeah.
And
andesite. We still play the original blocks a lot. I remember before we even had andesite.
Yeah.
And that's going way back. I kind of get my updates all confused, especially on Java edition stuff. But we started on console and it was like TU updates and stuff. And so we've been playing a long time. All right. Thank you for that comment, John Derry. The next comment
is from Schoolminer123. Why is the Noob Corner not out yet? It was supposed to be out yesterday.
Wait, what? Yes, there were some personal things going on this week. A lot of things going on in our household and stuff. So, unfortunately, Holy Bookworm was not able to record the Noob Corner this week. So, we apologize for that. Very sorry about that.
I'm just saying, if we missed a week, no one would care.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would email us.
I think they'd be happy.
I don't.
Not to listen to us.
Oh, that's sad. Little see, I don't think that's true. So you listeners, if you're listening to this, and you would be sad if we missed an episode of the main show here of the Block Party, let Little C know how much you'd miss it.
They wouldn't miss it as much as the Noob Corner, though.
She does have some passionate listeners, that's for sure. She has a following. All right, that's all we've got from you listeners in the comments for the week. Make sure that you join our Discord. Leave us comments every single week. We need stuff to talk about, of course. And you can also email us, contact@theblockpartymc.com. Little C, Minecraft. Let's talk Minecraft. What's on your mind?
I played very little this week.
We keep saying that, and it's been about, I don't know, a month and a half of us just not playing that much.
But I did play a little bit and help advisory build, because we're building the kelp industries factory, and he built the kelp farms, and they break 24/7 because the server just cannot keep up.
So it is kind of a lag
limitation.
issue,
Yeah.
or yeah, I understand that.
We copied the
machines are
design
huge.
exactly off of a super flat world we had, and it run perfectly. And when we put it on Jericho, it does not.
So it just causes the tick speed to kind of drop, and it can't keep up. Like the redstone doesn't keep up, right?
I'm not sure exactly. I don't know. I just built the building for around.
Yeah,
the farms.
you're not the technical guy, and you don't quite understand the behind the scenes stuff. It's all within simulation distance, though, right? Your whole
They're
farm?
within 3 chunks. We already knew we had to separate them from the same chunk, because if you have more than like 15 of the kelp, like each kelp plant, then it crashes or whatever. So we have to have only 15 per chunk. But that worked fine in super flat. It did not work in Jericho.
Okay. Are you guys working it out though, and you're still gonna be able to operate within your industry's still gonna be successful?
Yeah, we'll just go back to scamming. I mean, making gambling for people.
Yeah, that was fun. You guys kind of had trouble with that machine too.
Well, it's all of our machines work in single player.
Well,
and we build them in single player.
Yeah.
And then they don't work on Jericho.
It is a different thing when you play on servers. There are limitations in the way client side or server side things work. It is different. And that's kind of a known thing. So you have to work within those parameters.
Yeah, but we don't have a way to test that.
Okay. All right. What else is on your mind?
The update release date.
They did
I forget
get
what
a
it
release
is, but
date.
they released the release date.
Yeah, so we have a release date for 1.21 in Minecraft.
Which I'm not
coming soon.
I'm not really excited for the update. I can't really think of something that I'm gonna like the second the update releases I'm gonna do.
Yeah, there's nothing major
we got
that
dogs
I'm excited for.
and armadillos.
You have the trial chambers. That's kind of cool. That'll be fun.
I want to explore those probably. I'm just happy that Bad Omen's not in effect and that it just, you don't have to get it.
Right. There's a good change, right? That you can.
But that's not really like
choose
something in an update that's like, hey, they added a new thing that I'm excited for.
Yeah, it's nothing near like Caves and Cliffs or the Nether update or anything like that. It's definitely kind of a minor one in comparison. But I like they're bringing some parity things in between Java and Bedrock and that whole ordeal. So they're tweaking things, and I think here in the next couple years we're gonna get a major update. That's my feeling, and we're just trying to work out all the bugs, not really bugs, but just the little details to kind of polish everything up first. Little C, there is a Minecraft movie coming,
and they released there's going to be a show on Netflix, an animated show.
We did see
which
an
they
animated
should have made
show
an animated movie, but that's the Minecraft movie is going to be the goofiest thing for the Minecraft birthday, whatever, they released a short a few weeks ago, and then an actual full-length video with Jason Momoa and Jack Black, who are the two hosts for, or not hosts, but the two like main people in the Minecraft movie.
Right.
It's gonna be really goofy.
I am really excited for it. Here I am, 40 years old. I am super stoked for this movie.
I'm more excited for the TV show because it's gonna be animated, and I really like the Minecraft animation style. Like if it's the trailer animation style. If they can make that into a show, that would be great.
I'll be curious if it's geared for their older fan base or if they kind of dumb it down for only children.
I mean, it's Jack Black, so you can imagine.
Well, I think the movie will be for the older base, but the show's
going to be made by the same people that made Lego Ninjago, one of the Lego Ninjago
those are actually really good.
Or one of the seasons. I don't think the whole show, but those are really good. So I think the show will be all right.
It's awesome, and I think that's also going to bring hype back into the game. People will start talking. People will start probably joining Jericho and playing in there a little bit more often. Anytime you have that outside hype going on, it brings the community back together and reminds people how fun and how much of a good game Minecraft really is. Yeah, I'm super excited for the update. I thought it was kind of odd. The release date's actually going to be on a Thursday. Usually updates are on Tuesdays, so not sure what that's all about.
I know back in the day, I think Thursdays used to be an update day.
Maybe they're trying to go old school.
I forget what last year or whatever's update was. I forget if it was a Tuesday or what. I know like snapshots release on Wednesdays. And previews or whatever. That's kind of a Wednesday thing. Sometimes Thursday, depending what the devs are doing, how many donuts they're busy eating.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's the only odd thing I saw with that date, but they definitely gave it out. It was a fun little video they put out that I saw. That's how I saw the actual date. I know earlier in the week, I played a little bit because you were mentioning you were having trouble with the texture pack, and I thought you meant on Jericho only, but it was something to do with
I had a resource pack.
Yeah, it was a resource pack.
But when I tried to join any world, it got stuck on the loading screen. I don't know technically how that's technically possible. I don't think a texture pack should affect it. It should load the world, and if there's something wrong, it would be like all purple and black.
That's how it used to work.
I don't get why it wouldn't. It's stuck on the and I ended up dying on Jericho because it was stuck on the loading screen, and I had to close out the game, go back into the game, go into settings, take off the resource pack, and join. And then when I joined, my stuff was everywhere next to my bed, and I'm like, what?
That's a sad way to go, too, isn't it?
I was just confused. I'm like, what?
Right.
At first, I thought it was a server issue because my inventory was empty. I didn't even think I died.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to dig into the code on that because I'm really curious what would have caused that in a resource pack. I'm not quite sure what it would be. And that brings me to another issue this week. And I did play on that when you mentioned that just to see if there was a problem on, the server side in general. Well, last night, one of our players actually changed their username, so I needed to go add them to the allow list and stuff. And I went to do that, and the server says unavailable. And I thought that was really odd, especially for Bisect. They're usually really good on this. Well, come to find out, I opened a ticket this morning because it was still down. And it's a huge problem. It's actually a problem at their data center. I also saw last night, a lot of people were having trouble with their Microsoft logins just in general. So there's something major going on with these data centers and network and Microsoft. So hopefully we can get that fixed. As of right now, it's still not fixed. Jericho's unavailable to us, and it's kind of sad.
People are going to get Jericho withdrawal. They're going to be like, I need to check my store.
There are definitely some people that are, I would consider, addicted to it, and they need their fix of Jericho.
That's all I do now when I play Jericho. I just log in, check, see if I sold anything. If I did, I restock it, and then that's pretty much all I've been doing when I play.
Right. Yeah. I go through those stages too, or those times of not playing much. I think I'm definitely in one of those. That kind of brings us to our past week in real life. We've been doing a lot these past couple weeks, really. And this week, we bought a car. We had to buy a car for another car. The other one we had blew up. So, HolyBookworm and I actually
not physically
traveled.
blown up, like the engine.
No, the engine just
it's not working
Not working at all.
all.
So you can't use that at all. So Holy Bookworm and I traveled a little bit, found a car we liked. It's a little older, but low miles. Looks really good. I'm excited for it. Little C, you like the new car.
I like it. It's a Minecraft car. I still think we need to wrap it in like a Minecraft block because it's pretty square looking.
That would be epic.
And I looked up how much it would be, and it's like $2,000 to $5,000 to wrap a car, and I'm like, that seems excessive because that's about as much as we paid for the car.
Well, here you go.
But it'd be cool.
You know, just for that, because it's so cool. Listeners, we need about 5,000 subscribers. So make sure you tell everybody to go subscribe and maybe we can make that happen and talk about subscribing 99 cents. That's all it is a month.
Talk about
and you can become a
the
subscriber.
block party car. And it's
the block party car.
A Minecraft.
That would be awesome.
Okay, so here's a question for you. If you were going to wrap a car in a Minecraft block or a Minecraft like landscape, let's just start. What block would you pick? Like the whole thing.
Okay.
Like the old Java, how it used to be a dirt block or whatever. That kind of thing, but any block in the game.
Okay. I understand what you're saying. I'm not going to answer that. I want the listeners to let us know what block in the game would be best to wrap our car. And just so you know, it's an older Chevy HHR.
It's pretty
if you know what that is. It's kind of came after the PT Cruiser. It's somewhat that style. But yeah, it's the Chevy HHR.
Actually, I think I have an idea, but I'm not going to say it.
All right.
Because I want the listeners to come up with their own.
And listeners, remind us, make sure you leave it, comments, either email us or whatever, and we'll make sure to talk about it next week. And I want to hear from you, listeners. You guys have been slacking a little bit, but here's some homework for you. What Minecraft block would be best to wrap a car in? And that brings us to our next point. I kind of have some major changes going on in my career. And I went to a job interview this week, and that's kind of why we need another car.
Did you talk to them about Minecraft?
A little bit, actually.
Oh my gosh, he talked to the job interviewers with Minecraft.
I did. That's how involved I am. It kind of was relevant to the question.
Kind of
relevant. So we did talk about that, and we did some other things. You helped somebody out, just, I guess, a friend, an acquaintance. And we had to drive into the big city and help them out with some computer stuff. They basically lost their files and whatever. So you went in and retrieved. People aren't always good with tech. Well, on the way, we found something incredible.
Probably the best thing mankind has ever found.
Best thing ever since Minecraft.
Donuts
are incredibly good.
World's best donuts.
It has to be, hands down. I've been raving about the Quick Trip donuts from Wisconsin lately, but these are nowhere near that. These are way beyond.
10 times better, I'd say.
Oh, at least, if not more. They were so good. And our plan was to stop, get a dozen donuts, maybe share with the office that we were going to help and stuff like that.
That didn't happen. We kept them all.
We looked at them and we're like, nope, we're not taking these in. We're keeping them all to ourselves. And we did.
They are so good.
They are good. All right. And I've been home all week long. I have not done any trucking this week. So we've been kind of driving Holy Bookworm nuts by now, I'm sure. And I've been home long enough. We had an issue with our plumbing.
Yeah, I don't think you caused that, but I don't know.
No, I don't think so either. Basically, underneath the toilet, the floor, apparently there was a leak for a little while. We just caught it this week. The floor was rotted out, so we had to replace the toilet, lines, floor, all that. So we worked on that all day yesterday. You helped. I had my older brother come and help us. He's kind of a contractor type and has all the tools, so thankful to have him around. We got it all nice. And I got to tell you, I had the opportunity to test out the toilet today. Thumbs up on the new toilet, little C.
I said you needed to get one of those truck stop super pressure, crazy
That would be
ones.
nice, yeah. Yeah, it's all good. Little C, what you been up to this in real life?
In real life, we had some church tech work yesterday morning and then today morning.
Yeah.
And other than that, I haven't done too much besides all the stuff that you pretty much mentioned.
You've been playing some video games and whatnot.
Yeah, I got Halo Infinite and Stardew Valley in the same week.
And are you conflicted on which one to spend more time on?
I've been spending a lot more time on Halo, but I think I'll get burned out of Halo sooner, so I'll probably play more Stardew Valley in the long run.
Yeah, I
But
definitely need
yeah,
to check out Stardew Valley.
I have no life now at all.
Right?
Like,
That's kind of how it is. That's how I
really
get
good.
sometimes with Minecraft.
Yeah, I get that way too.
All these games. But if you play for a long time, you do need a break and play some other games for a while.
Yep.
All right. Well, that ends our past week. That ends the listeners' past week. Now,
the past week in Minecraft. All info from, what is it from again? Oh, yeah, Minecraft.net.
Minecraft Java 1.21.0 pre-release 1.
Oh, man.
Came out Wednesday, May 29th, 2024. There are some additions here. Mobs removed by a trial spawner converting to ominous state now drop any items they previously picked up from the ground. Changes here. Mace attack speed has been changed to 0.6. Doors of different materials can now form a double door. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Did you catch that, Little C? You can use 2 different types of doors and make a double door.
That seems weird. That seems like it'd be weird on textures, but I like that.
I like the idea a lot. Ender pearls that are thrown through portals can now teleport players to a different dimension than the one they are currently in. That's huge too, right? That's a big change.
Yeah, that is. You can ride horses through nether portals. That's amazing.
That's the next thing. It is now possible to ride entities such as horses or minecarts through portals.
Minecarts, I gotta do testing. I hope this comes to Bedrock.
Oh, I sure hope so.
Because if you go through a minecart through another portal and you have rails on the other side, does it pick you up and keep going? If so, minecart travel is going to be insane.
Right. It does say when riding entities through portals, the delay before teleporting is not applied. So if you are on an entity, just like when you, push a cow into the nether portal, how it instantly disappears, that's going to happen here, it looks like. The data pack version is now 46. Remove the entities with passengers can use portals game rule that was introduced last snapshot. Entity with passengers being able to use portals is now the default behavior, temporarily removing the functionality of lighting blocks on fire using the fire aspect enchantment as we want to refine it further. This functionality will be reintroduced in a later release. All right, this is in Java now. Boats are now leashable.
That's a good change.
Yeah,
I like
we've
that.
had that on Bedrock for a long time. It's so nice. A great way to get your villagers around. That's almost the only way I get my villagers around.
I like minecart tracks if it's a set area.
Right. Yeah, I can see that. All right. They have bugs fixed. Usually how Java does it. What I'm reading was the problem, and they have since fixed it. The end obsidian platform resets every time entities go through the end portal, which can cause blocks to be deleted. Command blocks do not update when you place them near any source of power. Attributes won't work in main hand if they were in offhand. Can't teleport back to the central island with end gateway portal on outer end islands. Selection boxes in some screens are misaligned in comparison with their text. Shulker boxes on the Obsidian platform are destroyed and do not drop when a player enters the end. Blocks within igloo basements can generate waterlogged when generating in close proximity to water. And of course, there's many more. We always have a link to all the changelogs in our description. So if you want to know all the little details, go check that out. Next up, we have Minecraft Bedrock Beta / Preview 1.21.10.21. This also came out Wednesday, May 29th, 2024. There are known issues in this one. New preview realms cannot be created through the Worlds tab.
Won't take them long to fix that.
No, probably not.
It involves money. They'll make
Right?
sure it's fixed.
And that's usually the case. Players do not receive damage from suffocation, and game invites do not pop up on iOS. Invite only and visible to LAN players toggles are missing from the multiplayer settings some platforms. All right, Now, the changes here in this Bedrock Beta / preview updated the dressing room category names for headwear, outerwear, and footwear. The control customization screen is now automatically exited when input mode is switched to something other than the touch controls. Added chat game tip. The tip appears when there are remote players in a world or if cheats are enabled. If the chat game tip can be shown for a player, the open chat instructions posted in the chat are removed. Mounted entities are no longer immune to wind charge projectile damage. Tweaked the way the dismount position is calculated to better align with moving vehicles. This could result in minor differences when dismounting fast vehicles. Added animated title to the loading tips dialog. A local world can now be uploaded to a preview realm world through the edit world screen, similar to a non-preview realm. Typing into the search box on the Realm Stories Members tab no longer overrides the filter options. Fixed a crash that could occur when viewing Realm Stories on a busy realm. New lines are no longer removed from Realm Stories posts that are displayed in the story feed. Fixed item and block corruption when converting worlds from Legacy Console Edition. It's kind of nice to see them still, tweaking stuff that's really old now and still supporting some of that. Refreshed assets for achievements screen. All achievements unlocked illustration. No achievement unlocked illustration. And the gamer score icon. Added a button for exiting the world from the death screen when in hardcore mode. Preview only. All right. I didn't see anything in the changes like the entity traveling or anything for portals. So, But they do have fixes here. Customized controls no longer revert after player stops flight. The paper doll can now be shown in the HUD when customizable controls are enabled. Customized control button sizes remain stable when going up or down scaffolding or ladders. Fixed wolf armor breaking, not emitting enough scoop particles. Banners are once again obtainable via the recipe book. Fixed the help button link in the structure blocks menu. Fixed a bug that caused half absorption hearts not to be rendered. And of course, many more details in the actual changelogs. All right. Minecraft Java 1.21.0 pre-release 2.
How many pre-releases? I mean, we know when the update's going to be,
5. We do.
I'm curious.
But this one came out Friday, May 31st, 2024. They have a little note here. This is exciting, and I think we'll stop and talk about it for just a minute. In case you did not catch the news, the full release of 1.21 is planned for the 13th of June. June 13th. That's not very far away. We are on June 1st right now.
Can y'all survive 12 days?
I don't know. This is getting exciting. I know, Little C, you're not super hyped up for the update, but anytime there's an update, it's a big deal. There's a lot of little changes, a lot of bug fixes, a lot of just minor stuff happening. It really is a big deal. Even if the features aren't that big.
I'm going to forget the update happened, like I usually do with updates.
Okay.
And I might see something and I'll be like, oh, I guess they added that. But usually I'm not a big update person, especially recently.
Yeah. So I'll be excited to see if it feels different or anything like that. And see if it does make this huge difference kind of thing. There are changes here in this pre-release too. End crystals are now immune to fire damage. Added an attestation checkbox when submitting a player report. Don't ask me what that word is, but I just read it. Heavy core, trident, and mace are now considered of epic rarity, giving their hover text a purple color.
I wish Bedrock had that. Just like the little rarity things and stuff for items.
Right.
I think it's just a cool little small detail.
Yeah, it is cool. Maybe someday. Data pack version is now 47. The bugs fixed in this Java, so these were all the problems and they fixed it. The snout banner pattern is treated as common in the game. Field Mason, Skull Charge, Flow, and Guster banner patterns are not mirrored on the backside. Flow banner pattern is treated as common loot. Guster banner pattern is also treated as common loot. Infested or oozing effect cloud shrinks when silverfish or slime enters it. Advancement, local brewery, not granted on shift clicking. Copper doors can be used as furnace fuel. Your field of view doesn't change back to normal after jumping off from soul sand or soil while wearing soul speed boots. Your field of view doesn't immediately change when jumping onto soul sand or soil while having the slow falling effect and wearing soul speed boots.
Who finds out about these things? They're so random.
They are. You know that they're really getting into the fine details when they start fixing some of these things. In bounding box, vertical position for spawn particles effect is anchored incorrectly. Error when traveling through nether portal outside world border. The game rule spawn radius doesn't work anymore on respawn. Always respawn at the same place. That seems like a big thing that they fixed there. That definitely needed to be fixed. Block portal travel sound no longer plays when entering in portal. In crystals now receive fire damage, causing them to explode instantly. Naturally generated endstone drops in cases where the obsidian platform generates inside the island. Ender pearls don't work correctly when writing entities and cause players to be teleported for a split second. Players cannot traverse dimensions when throwing ender pearls into portals while writing entities. The Ender Dragon death animation is rendered behind blocks when using fabulous graphic settings. Server crashes upon updating from 24W21B to 1.21 pre-release 1. Each time you pass through an end gateway with an Ender Pearl from the main island, a new portal is created. Crash when bow or crossbow enchanted with multi-shot runs out of durability. Wind charges can trigger wind bursts. Breaking a carrot/warped fungus on a stick no longer gives a fishing rod. Throwing an ender pearl into the end fountain skips the credits. Game crashes when saving after teleporting a leashed entity to another dimension. Leads attached to a boat are deleted when breaking the boat. Trial spawner bottom texture is different from bedrock. Can respawn mid-air with default spawn point. And many more. Again, we have a link to all the changelogs in our descriptions. Little C, that's a lot, but a lot of small details being changed. We are getting close to that June 13th major release here. I'm excited, looking forward to it. I'm sure we'll be covering that in a couple weeks. They'll still be putting out some pre-releases, probably another beta preview next week, stuff like that. Anything that stood out to you as far as bug fixes or anything like that, Little C?
There's a lot of bugs. And
There
there's
are
just
a lot.
always tons of bugs.
And that's anything in software and games. And it's just we don't always hear about it. And they're so transparent with what they fix.
It's more in Minecraft too. Like, the bugs are noticeable. Other games, there might be a bug, but you'd probably never notice it. And there's a lot of that in Minecraft too. Like, if they didn't mention it, no one would ever know.
Yeah, exactly. Or that one guy that found it would know.
And then everyone else on Reddit would not believe him.
Exactly.
Now it's time for
listener questions.
Our first question comes from Excited Sapling. With the new banners being released through watching Minecraft creators on Twitch and TikTok, is this saying that they are exploring more ways to reach its current and future players, or to boost interaction with players, or both, or different?
Well, I was surprised that YouTube wasn't a thing on these. Like, that was my first reaction. Oh, where's the YouTube one? But I haven't acquired any of them yet, Little C.
I don't think you can get them anymore.
Okay, so that was like
I'm
one
not
and
sure,
done.
though.
So
yeah, it was like for the 15 days or whatever.
And it really doesn't matter. I probably wouldn't use them at all anyways, but it would have been a cool thing to have. I do think it's just another way, kind of like what we said with movies and whatnot, just to build hype, especially for the movie, even, and just other revenue sources and stuff like that, just to build up the hype of Minecraft, I guess. And it's not necessarily a bad thing that Twitch and TikTok are, that's just another way to build another base of fans. They're already huge. Minecraft's huge on YouTube for years and years now, so it's not like they really need to build that base necessarily, but now they're reaching out to those other communities.
The capes are cool, I don't really understand why they made TikTok and Twitch capes. It's probably just kind of like a brand deal, or they probably got paid, or there's probably money involved with it, with Twitch and TikTok. But I think it does change kind of what the OG capes used to be, especially at least on Java Edition. Like the capes used to be the Minecraft capes or the specialty one person capes, and they used to have like value. Now the capes, I mean, it's different. We still have the old capes, but it's now the capes are like, you get a cape, and you get a cape, and you get a cape. But they are cool. I have just the 15-year, the Creeper anniversary one, and the Twitch one. I did not get the TikTok one, though.
Well, I'm glad you did get a couple of them.
The Twitch one's the one that I main now.
Nice. All right, well, thank you for that question. Next question comes from Howlin'. Hey, guys, there are 3 new music discs coming out in the new update. What do you think they'll sound like, or what do you want them to sound like?
I didn't even know there were new music discs. I haven't heard even the newest one that's already in the game that was in like the most recent update. I haven't heard that one yet, but it'll probably have a more modern music sound, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just different.
Well, unfortunately, I can't really answer this question because I don't even know what their original music discs sound like. Honestly, I've heard them, but I wouldn't necessarily recognize them. Maybe that creepy one. That's the only one I know of, but I don't know the names of them or anything like that.
I know the one that goes like dun dun dun. I can't do it, but stall. That one's like iconic. Okay.
So you know a little bit of them, and
my favorite's probably Mellow High, or however you say it.
Okay. So you think it's gonna be more of a modern Minecraft music and not so old school?
I don't think it's made by C418, so yeah, it's gonna be different sound.
Got it. All right, thank you for those questions. Make sure you get your questions in. Join our Discord. It's the easiest way. Really, you should do it. We have a channel right there. Leave your questions right there. We'll get to them. Or if you can't do that, then make sure to email us, contact@theblockpartymc.com.
Now it's time for everyone's favorite part of the show, HolyBookworm's Joke of the Week.
Where do bacteria go on vacation?
Germany.
That's kind of funny. Germany. I'm laughing over here, Little C. You look annoyed.
Yeah.
I'm thankful HolyBookworm was still able to get her joke going. I don't know if it'll be ready for the server if they don't get that fixed over there on the server side of things. All right. It's been a great show. Block Party listeners, thank you for your support. Make sure you subscribe. Like I said, 99 cents a month. That's it. You get access to all our early shows and an extra show, the After Hour show. Get to know us a little bit more outside of Minecraft. You can join us, theblockpartymc.com.
Got thoughts or questions? Reach us on Discord or at contact@theblockpartymc.com.
Thanks for listening. I'm Bearded Sloth, and now I gotta eat my coffee.
And I'm Little C. Bye.